premium cameras versus cheap cameras. I want to address why dreaming for a premium camera, it may not be what you are thinking. So let's talk about this now. Hi there, Tudor Matescu here. I have here a Leica MP240 and I have all the lenses for the Leica system that I may need. 35, Voigtlander, f1.5, premium lens, mind-blowing image quality. I also have here Nikon ZF with 40mm f2 and all the lenses that I may need, again, mind-blowing image quality. And here it is another nice premium setup, Fujifilm X-T3 plus Viltrox 56mm f1.2. So in today's terms, probably you would want Fujifilm X-T5 plus 56mm f1.2 for the best premium package. And over here I have Olympus OMD M10 Mark IV, and also I have Lumix GX9, and also I had Fujifilm X-F10, Ricoh, GR3X and other small cameras that aren't premium. Yes, they may be premium in a way, but in general you can't compare a small almost pocketable camera to a full frame metal build, brass build camera. And also you can't compare image quality because yes, in general these premium cameras are offering you great image quality, and also in some cases they will offer you great handling and great mojo in shooting them. But this is where the tricky part comes into play. To use these cameras, you really must have time. So time to pick up the camera, time and energy, because this is my first point where I want to get. Premium cameras, in general, they have a size and weight to them. So Leica M system was known as a very light camera, but back in the film days. So very important, Leica M film cameras in the film days. Maybe those cameras were small, portable, easy to take with you. But can you now use a Leica M camera like Bresson? From my point of view, of course we can, but we have better tools. So we have better tools for a more easy to take with you camera, for a more practical camera, and also with AF. Yes, Bresson said that sharpness, it's a bourgeois concept, and I can agree with this in a manual focusing era. But we aren't in that era. We have now very powerful cameras that have great AF. Even small cameras like this Olympus has very okay AF, and also Lumix GX9 and other micro four thirds cameras, and also Fujifilm cameras have great AF. So what does a premium camera offer us in the end? So from my point of view, in the end, a premium camera, it will offer you, how I've said, great image quality, a special handling and special results. But is that camera compatible with you? I've always wanted, how I've said, a premium camera, my dream camera. But as I was able to get these cameras, now I'm realizing that I don't have enough time and enough energy and enough mojo to take these premium cameras and to use them. So I do prefer to go to smaller cameras. So even if a premium camera can offer me great image quality, great handling, and all what a great camera it can offer me, and yes, it's a dream camera, I'm able to find that these premium cameras aren't suited for my present needs. And what is my present situation? So I have two small kids and I really don't have too much time for photography, even if I have this YouTube channel. So always I'm in rush, always I have something to do, or always I have a new lens to review, or always other jobs to do. And big surprise for me, a premium heavy camera with all the ergonomics isn't suited for my daily activities, isn't suited for my travel activities. So it isn't suited at all. Something always is happening in my life, and these premium, great, amazing cameras aren't able to help me to get pictures. Why? Because, how I've said, the size, the weight, the ergonomics, the handling aren't compatible with my lifestyle. So even if I have this Leica, tell me, how can I focus this Leica when my two kids are hitting each other or they are doing all kinds of stuff and you must take care of them? I can't. And this is a manual focus camera. Yes, it's great, it's manual focus, it's easy to manual focus, I know to manual focus, but for everyday life, I do prefer AF lenses and AF cameras. So this is taking me to the cheap cameras to the consumer cameras, the light cameras. And I do feel that in this world, these light cameras are making a better job to bring you pictures. And this also confirms the fact that the best camera is the camera that you can take with you. And having this idea in mind, I want to go again to the Ricoh GR. Yes, this is why Ricoh GR, it is so special, because in the end it's an APS-C camera with a great lens and ultra packetable. Other cameras that are packetable like Sony RX100 series, so that 1-inch zoom, but it's an 1-inch zoom, but it's doing the job, but not like an APS-C great camera. And more than that, for a busy life where things happens, I really like a camera without a zoom. And why is that? Because not having a zoom, it means you don't have to think in all focal lenses and look at all those possibilities. When you will think about composition, you will think just about your prime lens. So 40mm field of view or 28mm field of view. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And this means a lot. So this is why the cheap cameras are always winning for me. Again, they aren't cheap, I do agree with this, but compared to a premium camera that you may dream of, they are cheap. And this is where I want to get. Yes, you dream at a great camera, Sony RX1R latest model or Leica Q3. Look at that Leica Q3. It's a premium camera. It is heavy, it is big, it is front heavy, the AF is not so great. Yes, it will offer you great images, great quality, but this is more practical. A Ricoh GR, it is more practical. A Fujifilm X100 it is more practical. So this is why I'm telling you the dream cameras aren't something to dream about it if you aren't a full-time photographer or a documentary photographer or an event photographer that really needs and really has time to use those cameras. For everyday photography, for hobby photography, for photography made from passion, the best camera, it is the smallest one and the lightest one. So this is why I do advise search for that ideal everyday carry camera. On paper, Ricoh GR, it's very good, but how I've said regarding build quality, I have some doubts. But on the other hand, we have the Fujifilm X100 series that unfortunately the latest model isn't so light. But Fujifilm X100 Fine Pix, the 12 megapixel camera, that camera was light, practical, great, very good camera. Of course, with the AF, it wasn't so great, but it was doing the job pretty well. And that lens, that original lens, was also something. That Fujifilm X100 Fine Pix, it was a real packetable and easy to take cameras. Other cameras that are very light and easy to take are the Micro Four Thirds cameras, the pen series, those little pen series. So look here, this is Olympus, how I've said, with the 25mm lens. Very light, ultra light camera, great image quality for what it is. Look at the Bresson files. I assure you that printing these files, you'll have at least that quality. At least you'll have even better quality for sure. But anyway, at least that quality. And look here, you can do the same gesture that Bresson did. But compared to a Leica camera, you'll have AF. This means that the only thing that you must do is think about composition. And also, let me address a little the image quality. How important is in the end the image quality? How important is that image quality? From my point of view, for the hobbyist photographer, the differences between this camera for street and documentary photography, everyday portraiture photography, compared to this, it is almost none. It is almost none. If you are a professional, then yes, it's a difference. But if you are just shooting JPEGs or you are doing just a light edit or applying a preset in Adobe Lightroom or Snapseed or other software, then you can use any JPEG and get similar image quality that you'll get with this camera, again, if you are doing just this. But the problem is that you, the beginner, you are looking at a professional that is doing this all day long. He edits the raw files. He knows how to edit. He knows how to process that image. And he gets the best out of a full frame sensor. And then he publishes this image and you are saying, wow, I must use that camera and that lens. The problem is that you identify the result, the picture, with the camera and lens. But in reality, it's not the camera and lens. In reality, it's the photographer. In reality, it's the photographer. 90% of the quality of the picture, it is the result of the photographer. He knows to use light, he knows to edit, he knows to compose, he knows how to position himself, he knows to look at texture, he knows to look at color. It's not the camera and lens. Yes, the camera and lens are helping, of course, I'm not saying not. But the secret sauce from that great image quality with that great camera, it's the photographer. And this is why these photographers that are pro photographers and they are doing this all day long, they are using pro cameras. But for a mom and dad and for everyday shooting, when you don't have time, any camera, it's a good camera, but more than that, not just any camera. A small light camera, it's better from my point of view than a big, chunky metal build camera with no AF, or even a big camera metal build with AF. Smaller, it's better. It will help you take more pictures. Taking more pictures, it will help you learn better photography, because you look at those pictures and you will say, okay, this I like, this I don't like, this I've got it, this I didn't got it. You'll be able to practice more your photography. If you aren't able to practice as much as you can your photography, you'll not get better having a dream camera. And more than that, how I've said, I was able to discover in my personal case that these dream cameras aren't offering me the chance to practice more my photography. What it's offering me the chance to practice more my photography are the lightest, the smallest cameras. And yes, this is why I like small cameras, even if on paper I lose some image quality. But in reality, in today's reality with AI, you don't lose any image quality even if you use a 1-inch sensor, because the AI, it is so good at reducing the noise and even adding some blur or adding some sharpness or adding some structure that you'll get the image. And the image, in the end, it is the most important part of photography. By the way, if you want to make better photos, you must know that it's not about the gear. It's about composition. It's about light. It's about seeing with your eyes and pre-visualizing the picture. So for this, I've recently launched a course with my techniques to get better pictures. So if you want to learn to make better pictures and especially composition, why not join my Photography Academy? To get access to my course, you must be subscribed to my channel and join my membership Photography Academy level. When you'll have that level, you'll have access to my street photography composition course, where I show you how I am making the pictures and where I teach you how to make the same picture. So I'm telling you why a picture is good and why it's working and why I've decided to keep it in color or to keep it in black. So you learn lots of tips and techniques if you are joining the membership program. And more than that, joining my membership, it means that any premium course that I will launch, you'll have access to it. So join now my TM Photography Academy by subscribing to my channel and hit the join button from YouTube. So in conclusion, before thinking about your next dream camera, think if you can incorporate that camera in your everyday photography, in your everyday carry kit. If you can't do this, look for the smallest and lightest cameras and don't think about image quality. Take this thought that it's saying to you that this camera is offering you the best image quality or this lens is offering you the best image quality. No, the best image quality, it comes first from the photographer. The photographer is the one that is bringing the best image quality using the right tools for the job. And the right tools for the job for a hobbyist photographer is the camera that he can take and use every day. Find that camera. Now, please subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my newsletter for more photography tips and tricks. Use my affiliate links from the comments and description if you want to buy something from the gear that I'm using. And what is free and is helping this channel to grow, it is to watch the next video. Thank you and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.